Hey YouTube, Camper Van Kevin here with Martini, Tucker, and baby May May. Hey love. We are out riding around in the tracker today. Again. Well, I sure did have fun making that video down by the river. I hope you guys liked it. Had a lot of positive feedback on that for sure. So it looks like we're going to be doing more of it here on the channel. I want to talk a little bit about what's next for the channel. You know, a lot of people are asking me, when I'm going to head out west and what I'm going to do next, all those kind of things. So let's talk about it. My intentions are to go back out west. I was going to do it sooner than later, but a few things have changed. And let me tell you what's on my mind. Now, when I started my channel, I said that I wasn't going to make it political. So, I'm not. With that being said, I don't know what's going to happen out with North Korea and whatnot. You know, I don't know if this guy can or can't hit the West Coast with a nuke. But if I don't have to be there, I'm not going to be there. And I've been a prepper, not a prepper, but just kind of a casual prepper since about 2000. And just for the life of me, I just don't feel comfortable being too far from what I know and where I'm from. So think of what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay 2 tanks of gas from home. I got 35 gallons in the BT Cruiser. I got 10 in here. I'm going to stay 500 to 600 miles from the house till I see what's going to happen out there in the Pacific Ocean. There's plenty of things to do over here. Plenty of things to do. For certain, I do plan on being out at the RTR next year in Arizona, Quartzsite. I don't really plan to go back to Padre Island again. I just don't care for the sand and being all that salt water and everything. So that's the plan. I'm not talking to you, baby. I've got an appointment on May the 4th here in Athens that I must go to. After that, I'm headed to Savannah. I'm going to see my friend David, the one that got the fifth wheel camper. We're going to do a few little things to the RV. I'm going to come back. I'm going to go up to North Georgia, camp in my places up there in the mountains on the river, and look for some off-road trails. I want to go up to Gatlinburg, see how bad the fires got Gatlinburg. So that's kind of my short-term plans. And you know, things change. My intentions are to move out west. I don't see myself staying at base camp very much after May, the first part of May even. So I'll be on the road. If nothing changes, I will be on the road full time. Just not out in Arizona. Let's talk about this little tracker some more. Really put it through its paces the other day. Now I understand everybody's like, not everybody, but a few people were like, why would you take such a nice truck and beat it up? I don't understand that. Well, I'm not beating it up. And this truck will be nicer than it's been in 20 years probably when I'm finished with it. I take very good care and very good maintenance of my equipment. What would have probably happened with this tracker, I doubt anybody would have dropped $2,500 in the transmission in it. Probably it would have set a little bit more, somebody would have bought it, transmission would have messed up, as nice as it is, it would have made a yard somewhere. The engine would have got pulled out and it would have got parted out and the rest crushed. So in essence, I feel like I kind of saved it. But just because I had it off-road and everything don't mean that I'm going to abuse it. Really. Come here, Tuck. Oh, you monkey. Alright. So, since it didn't need a transmission, and this thing's shifting like butter, all I needed was that little modulator pin. Got lucky. Yeah, my mechanic, my transmission guy should have done a better check on it, and he should have found it earlier. But he didn't, and but it all worked out. So I'm not going to look in the rearview mirror. I'm going to look out my windshield. I'm going to go forward from it. I trust my transmission guy. He's just overwhelmed, overworked, too much going on, and he didn't check out this thing the way he should have before he told me it needed a transmission. But he did catch it, and he did do right by it, so that's good. My brother-in-law Bill works at a shop, and I wanted to see exactly what I had. So I took it up to his shop, and the shop he works at. They pulled the wheels off, got up under it on the rack real good. Now I looked really close when I bought it, but I may have missed something. This blows my mind. Had brand new brakes, front and rear. Also had the front shocks, the front struts, and the rear shocks were recent. They said not brand new, but recent. I was like, okay, fine. So what about the front end? What I need? Tie rods? What? Nothing. They looked over this truck for 2 hours, trying to find something wrong with it. Well, not hour, 2 hours, and they couldn't. They said this thing was tight. Everything under here was in good shape. So what I think has happened is 3 years ago, right before the guy I bought it from bought it, somebody went through this thing heavy. Got the engine in it, the brakes, shocks, struts, tires, and then the transmission started acting funny on them. So they probably got disgusted with it, got tired of putting money into it, and sold it to my guy. Then my guy bought it, and see, this thing acted good when it was cold. You had to get the transmission really hot for the that modulator not to show up. Let's call it a modulator problem, not to show up. So he bought it, probably drove it home, got hot, started messing up with him, so he parked it for 3 years. I think he knew full well that there was something wrong. And then I got it. So, let me show you what all I'm going to do to it now. Yep, that's always a good idea. Now look how clean this thing is under here. So since I got out pretty good on the transmission, I ordered a bunch of parts off of eBay last night. I've got a brand new radiator coming, fan clutch, alternator, timing set, crankcase seal, tensioner, starter, plugs, wires, all heater hoses, and a heater core. Now, all these things are working. So why would I do that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I do plan on being out in the desert in it, and I expect the operating temperatures out there are going to be a lot higher than what I'm running here. Also, this thing's set for 3 years. That means the cooling system, all that, can have a bunch of gunk in the bottom of it. The engine has 25,000 miles on it, and the guy told me it wasn't remanufactured or rebuilt. It was a new engine put in here. The only thing wrong with this truck now is it doesn't have air conditioning. I'll make do. But all it takes is to break down somewhere around, away from home, and step into the wrong shop, and they see you're an RVer, or they see you're from out of town, and they smell blood. Never really talked about it a lot, but when I was bringing the Bigfoot home from Texas, the tire shop was awesome, but I had some other work done on the Bigfoot, and they got me. They got me good. That's all right. I'm past that now. It all worked out. But while I'm at home and I've got my brother-in-law to do the work, I can buy the prices off. I can buy the parts off eBay at very good prices, and I got all new stuff. I'm going to do it now. The money I'll save, I spent about $500-600. Then I'll pay Bill to put it in. I could end up at one shop that doesn't really have any morals or whatever, and they could burn me for a whole lot worse than that for something small. So when you're getting something up, it's best to go ahead and do it like I'm doing. After that, I believe my tracker is going to be good. It's good now. Still hoping to find a sponsor to do the 4x4 upgrades for me. Then after that, I'll look for a wheel and tire sponsor. But until then, I'm going to run what I have. I'm averaging about 22 miles per gallon. The last several tanks, I'm hitting 22. The one that I had was all jacked up on, it's either 31s or 33s. It got 19 and a half. So I really thought this would do better. I thought I would get 25. But that's okay. I can live with 22. And the rest of the truck's working out. So, excuse me. So that's my plan. That's what I plan on doing in the immediate future. All the parts should be here this week. Hopefully Bill will have time to put everything in here and I can take it with me to South Georgia. If not, I'll have to leave it and just take the RV down to South Georgia. But just a little update video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope I hadn't talked too much. But we'll see you again soon. All right? You guys take care. Forrest Gump wave. Bye-bye.